Welcome class 7 to the new chapter of excretory system. All of us need energy to do our daily activities. For energy we eat food, we digest it and use it in our body. After usage, the remaining products are broken down as metabolic waste like proteins turn into amino acids. After digestion, and amino acids are broken down into urea, uric acid. These wastes are highly toxic and have to be removed from our body. So, to remove from our body, a process is there called as excretion. The process of removing harmful or unwanted metabolic waste from the body is called excretion. Now, excretion is necessary because the metabolic waste like carbon dioxide, urea, they prove harmful to the cells. How? They will change the internal composition of the cells. The cells won't be able to function normally and they may be toxic also. So that is why they have to be removed, and the process of removal of these waste material from our body is called as excretion. Now, the human excretory system, there are various organs of excretion like skin, lungs, liver, and kidneys are excretory organs. Skin removes excess of water and salts in the form of sweat. A little bit of urea also is added to it. Skin has various sweat glands in it that help to remove these by taking it up from the blood and pushing it out through the sweat pores in the skin. Skin has also oil glands which excrete out sebum or oil that keeps skin moisturized. Lungs, as you know, they are respiratory organs. The exhaled air which we throw out has carbon dioxide and water vapor as metabolic waste. Liver is an organ which produces bile, but it has another function. Whatever excess is there in the blood, like glucose, is converted into glycogen and stored in liver. Amino acids are brought into the liver and they are broken down into urea, uric acid, red blood cells, bile pigments. All these are broken down in the liver and through blood they are sent to kidney to be removed out. Kidneys are the main excretory organs or the urinary organs of our body. They remove water, urea, uric acid and excess of salts from the blood. Excretory system or urinary system in human beings consists of two kidneys, two ureters, a urinary bladder and a urethra. Kidneys are two reddish brown bean-shaped structures located in the abdominal cavity, one on either side of the backbone. Each kidney about 7 to 10 cm long and about 4 cm width. Inside each kidney there are about million nephrons, uriniferous tubules. They are the excretory units or structural and functional units of kidney. Each nephron begins as a cup-shaped structure called Bowman's capsule with a long tubule. The tubule is divided into a proximal convoluted tubule, Henle's loop, distal convoluted tube, and many such tubules enter into collecting ducts which open into renal pelvis into the ureter to take the urine to the urinary bladder. Inside the Bowman's capsule is a network of blood capillaries called glomerulus. They start from renal artery and they act as filters for removing waste from the blood. Ureters are two narrow tubes arising from inner part of kidney and open in the urinary bladder. The urinary bladder is a muscular bag lying in the lower abdomen. It simply collects and stores urine. The ureters open into urinary bladder in such a way that the backflow of urine is avoided. Urethra is a single median tube arising from urinary bladder and opens outside. Its opening is controlled by a sphincter made up of involuntary muscles that opens only at the time of urination. The process of removal of urine from urethra is called as urination. Now, urine formation is a stepwise process taking place in the kidney. The first step is ultrafiltration, in which the renal artery brings blood into the capillaries of glomerulus. The glomerulus capillaries are shaped in such a way that extreme pressure develops and most of the urea, salts, even useful materials like minerals, sugar are filtered out from it and forms the glomerular filtrate. They enter the Bowman's capsule and then to the proximal convoluted tubule. In the proximal convoluted tubule and Henle's loop, the second step occurs, which is reabsorption. From the glomerular filtrate, many useful materials like sugars, some amino acid, minerals, and water are reabsorbed back into the renal vein. Then the third step occurs in the distal convoluted tubule, that is secretion. Some of the salts and urea which are excess in the blood are again sent back into the tubular filtrate. So this way the composition of blood is balanced with the help of reabsorption and secretion process. So the blood doesn't have excess of salts or too much water. This maintenance of water balance and salt concentration in blood is called as osmoregulation. The urine is received in the collecting ducts and then it enters the ureters to be thrown out from the urinary bladder. So the kidney does two functions of excretion of urine as well as osmoregulation. Now, there are some disorders in the urinary system. The first disorder is UTI or urinary tract infection. When certain bacteria enter the urinary system, then symptoms like strong and frequent urge for urination, pain and burning sensation while urination, and sometimes blood discharge in urine may occur. This disorder is treatable with antibiotics. Then kidney stones may form as a deposition of crystals of calcium oxalate, calcium phosphate and uric acid in various parts of the urinary system. They may form in the kidney or in the ureter or in the urinary bladder. They are also called as renal calculi. They may be very tiny or as big as 2.5 centimeter in diameter. Mostly with the help of treatment, they pass out through the urine. But sometimes when they are too big, they can be removed through surgery only. Now, kidneys are very important to remove urea from our body. If both the kidneys in a person stop functioning, then the person gradually may die. So in such a case, dialysis or artificial kidneys are needed. The person's blood is made to pass through the dialysis machine to filter out nitrogenous waste like urea, uric acid, and then the filtered blood is made to enter back into the body. This may be repeated regularly depending upon how much the person's urinary system is working. Or if both the kidneys are totally not working, then kidney transplantation is needed to save the life of the person. That can be done only after blood compatibility. That's about the excretory system of our body. Thank you.